Okay, we're live now. So hi everyone and welcome to tonight's presentation, our Ketone Conversation Presentation. My name is Steve Ottewell and we are live with some of my great friends from around the globe. And tonight I would like to share with you some information that has landed in my lap and made a massive impact on me and my world. I want to walk you through some product lines and some information that has made a massive impact on the lives of over 225,000 people from our team. And I want to also thank you for joining us and giving up some of your time tonight, as time is one commodity that we can never get back. So I don't want to waste any more of yours. So let's jump right in and get on with the presentation. So pictured here are some of my great friends and business partners who I've linked arms with to share a mission and a vision for a journey to better fat loss, better muscle preservation, better sleep, better skin, better mood, better focus, better energy, and also better finances. What I also want to do is, if you will allow me, is to share with you 5 points that we're going to talk about on tonight's presentation call, and they are the products first and foremost, the leadership and community, then the timing, then our system and systems, and then the compensation plan. So to move forward, we're going to go over to Lindsey in France, and she will share with you a lot of information about the products because she's getting to be our in-house expert on the products. Lindsey and I met through a group called the Ninja Networker some time ago, and we both saw, and Lindsey saw what I saw, we both saw a fantastic product that that we knew could impact the lives of others. It fitted with both of us. When I sat chatting to Lindsey, she really got what this product and this company was about and started sharing it on a big scale and impacting many lives, both in France and in the UK and globally. So I'm going to pass the time over to Lindsey now, and she's going to share with you some information on the products. So over to you, Lindsey.
Mute now.
Yeah, we're unmuted.
Are you showing the screen? Have I got the screen on there, Steve? I've just got gallery.
Yep, screen's on.
Hang on. Sorry, I can't even see the... Yeah. Right, well, I can't see the screen, Steve, but I can just see you guys at the moment. I don't know why. I'm still on my phone, so it's just been a bit of a nightmare. So yes, thank you, Steve, for introducing me. I absolutely love these products. They've been very life-changing for me. I've been in the health and wellness industry for probably 6 years, ran my own juice retreat in Portugal last May. Very into juicing, everything health-wise. And when I saw these products that Steve had, saw a Facebook post, I thought I've just got to give these things a try. And they are fantastic. So what we've got first of all is our Pure Therapeutic Ketones. So I don't know how much you've been told about ketones and ketosis. If you were to follow, you've probably heard about the keto diet. So if you follow a strict keto diet, you will then eventually get into nutritional ketosis through depleting your body's store of muscles of glycogen. Your liver then produces endogenous ketones, and that's how you get into ketosis. And when you're in this state, you benefit from fantastic mental clarity, masses of energy. It's a fantastic state to be in. However, it's bloody hard to get into and very hard to stay in, because any carbs that you have will knock you out of this state. So it's just unbelievable what Pruvit have been able to do, and to manufacture naturally. It's a very natural process, because anyone that knows me will know that I'm very into natural things, toxic free at home, very, very natural. An amazing process of producing BHB natural ketones that mimic the ketones in your body that you would produce if you're in nutritional ketosis. They come in 2 types, well 3 actually. We have the first type that are caffeinated. So that's just to give you that extra buzz. They're linked with L-taurine that's in them. Amazing products. They've got B12 in, which is just phenomenal. The amount of B12 in this product is just off the charts. And the way that it's all being combined makes it bioavailable to us, and we get into nutritional ketosis, into ketosis within 59 minutes of taking the product. So you can imagine if you're trying to do this nutritionally, it could take you up to something like 3 or 4 weeks. And we can get into this state within under an hour. So you're going to get better focus, better skin, better energy, better fat loss, just better with under an hour. The Pure Therapeutic ketones have different flavors. So you've got Heart Tart, which is strawberry, raspberry lemonade, which speaks for itself, raspberry, lime thyme, Splash, which is like a citrus flavor, Maui Punch, bit of an acquired taste. It's the cherry one. Some people love this, some people hate it. It's a bit the Marmite of the naps, I think, that one. Do you like it, Stuart? You just go like that? I don't like that one. So anyway, you just try it. You've also get the ones that are called Unleashed. So these are particularly maybe like I'll need in the morning after this wine tasting that I've been on. If you need that extra bit of boost, if you're doing a lot of sport, athletes, for example, my husband is an endurance runner, so if he needs an extra fuel source, he does ridiculous distances, so often when you're running, you're an athlete, Unleashed will be perfect for that if you're going to go on a big one. There are also the white packets, so please be aware of these 2 differences. The white packets are uncaffeinated, okay? So lots of people, when they're taking Pure Therapeutic ketones, will take 2 a day. These are for maximum benefit, even though the CEO of the company, Brian Underwood, suggests 3 lots of ketones a day for maximum optimal performance. But if you were to take one in the afternoon, then that's when we would take the decaffeinated one. Or if you're sensitive to caffeine generally, then maybe just take the decaffeinated one. There isn't a difference in how they affect you and get into ketosis. It's just that the caffeine in there will just give you that extra buzz and you will feel amazing. I've had lots of people that have taken them and they do prefer the caffeinated ones because they just feel it really gives them that extra that they've got. I'm going to try and find the slide, Steve, because the next one is creme. Creme. I just haven't got the slide in front of me. I'm trying to picture it as I'm going along. Creme, oh my God, once you start drinking creme, it's amazing. I've got so many people that are just as desperate for cremes as they are for the naps when they've run out. Creme has got all sorts of different strains of collagen in there. MCT oil, if you've not heard about the MCT oil, I'll talk about that in a little moment, but that's like your massage for the brain. When you're adding this to your coffee, what it will do, again, it's got ketones in it as well, so that will give you that extra buzz. It gives you that extra fat. So even though we say that if you want the benefits of the Pure Therapeutic ketones, you don't have to go on a keto diet. However, I think it's quite wise to reduce the carbohydrates so you don't knock yourself out of ketosis and you then increase your good fats. And sometimes that's quite difficult to achieve because, you know, there's only so much cream and dairy, etc., that you can eat, and some people might be dairy sensitive. So having this creme will give you a really good source of extra fat. And what fat does, it keeps you satiated for longer. So that's just going to keep you going longer, will help you curb your cravings. Fantastic for your skin as well. You can get, actually Marcus will laugh at this, you can actually get 3 servings out of that creme. Some people put the whole packet into a coffee. You don't need to do that, okay? £1 a pound. I'm from Yorkshire. So I think you can get 3, me and my mum have worked it out. 3 teas, you can get really 3 good teaspoons out of that. So it'll do you 3 coffees or the next day. So it's a really, really good value for that. Steve, you don't put 1 packet in your, oh, you'll get 4 out. You see, oh, where are you from, Stuart? You're even tighter ass than me. So great flavours. You've got the plain one that's called sweet creme. There's the one that I still haven't got yet called roasted marshmallow. There's Mayan mocha that's lovely. That's like a mocha sort of hot chocolatey flavour. There's one called caramel macchiato that's still on the way to me. Some great flavours. So you've got lots of different flavours to choose from. We've then got the MCT oil. So this is just if you want extra fats and you just want the MCT oil. You can put that on your salad. You can add that into your drinks. It's a fabulous, because MCT oil, there's lots of MCT oil on the market, as there is in everything. You get what you pay for. And this has got 3 different types of strains in there. So you just need to do a little bit of research. MCT oil, just think about as a brain massage. It really, really helps get through that barrier and really, really helps your alertness, your focus, your clarity. So it's really, really important. I think the next one is broth. Is it on the slide? There's bone broth on there. Fantastic. If anybody's ever done any health studies, you will know how important bone broth is. Bone broth comes up on so many health regimes, and I'm sure Tanya that's on the call will probably agree with me with that. If you've ever tried to make bone broth yourself, it stinks and it takes hours and hours to do. You've got to cook it in a slow cooker for 24 hours. And what happens is the bones break down and all the collagen comes out and the gelatin, etc., which is fantastic for your health. It just is a pain in the bum to make and really smelly. So you've got it all in a pack with all extra ketones in as well. It's part of the Reboot. It's a fantastic product. You've got different flavours. You've got a sweeter flavour, salted caramel. So I'm not quite sure how that one will taste, but there's thyme, there's French onion. So that's a perfect snack at lunchtime or a snack in the afternoon whenever, or if an evening time. And it will really help you to keep you in ketosis and to keep all those fantastic vitamins and minerals in your body. We've got Keto Up. Now that's for people, sometimes in the afternoon you just want a different drink. It's a fizzy drink just to replace those really unhealthy sodas like, Red Bull and the Gatorade and all those other sports drinks that are just full of chemicals and full of rubbish that aren't any good for us. So the Keto Up has been designed to replace those drinks. Fabulous in the afternoon or whenever you've done a workout, because sometimes I think it is better to have some carbonated drinks after working out, because I think that helps you recover a lot better as well. So there's got about 4 flavours there. 2 can tango. I can't see the slide. So there's some really nice flavours that I haven't tried them all because of the delivery. So the delivery system at the moment, getting them from the States, but I can't wait for that to come out and to get them. What else am I missing, guys, from the slide, apart from the Reboot?
So we've got the Signal OS and the protein, and then we've got the Reboot. Oh yeah,
the protein is fabulous. Lots of people, as we're getting older as well, we need to take in more protein because we don't absorb it as well. So that's another area where we can get more protein. And again, this has got more ketones in. And sometimes if you feel that you're on a plateau, you may have come stuck and it is fat loss that you're looking for, then it could be that you're not taking enough protein in. So this is a fantastic way of getting some more protein in. You don't, if you sometimes you get to 4 o'clock and you get that sort of snacky feeling. So you can have your protein OS then, you can have it for sport. It just really is such a simple meal replacement at any time of day, and the flavours are fantastic. Signal OS, these are extra tablets. I do need to look at, I keep saying this every week, I need to look into Signal OS more, but I think it's more for helping to get to sleep. Steve, I don't know if you can add any more about Signal OS.
Yeah, Signal OS is like DNA repair system. So it basically it extends the telomeres in our body. So telomeres are basically like if you imagine a shoelace and you've got the plastic bit on the end, that's what a telomere is something that covers your DNA to protect it from fraying, basically.
Yeah, and the shorter the telomere, the shorter your lifespan. So you've got to extend the telomeres. That they're a really key point in health if you measure the length of the telomeres in your body. So obviously I need to get some more of them. I'd forgotten about that's what they did, so I need to put them on my next order. And then the Reboot. Still haven't got my first Reboot, but can't wait to try. I've done 3-day juice cleanses in the past and I felt amazing. But this is particularly good because a lot of people are quite insulin resistant. you think that you're healthy, but actually a lot of it, if you read up, if you listen to the doctors in Simple Proven Results and everywhere, a lot of our health problems come down to insulin resistance and how much we're putting, insulin is spiking. The reason why I like the keto a low carb lifestyle is because you do have to watch your sugar intake and how it affects your insulin and your glycemic index. So these reboots are really well designed to really work against that and to really sort out your insulin levels. When you're taking your pure therapeutic ketones also, you're losing fat, but the fat cells will hold the water. So what these reboots do is like whoosh, let's get all this out, and you really will notice a big increase in your fat loss over these 3 days. And just a total cleanse. If you've never done a cleanse before, you just feel even more clarity. So I can't wait to do this with the ketones, because I know what a cleanse does for you regardless. So to do a cleanse with these ketones is amazing. And I know that Marcus has already done these. You've done it, haven't you, Marcus? And you've felt fantastic, and Steve. So I can't wait to do that. Okay, so that's for the products, I think.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you for that, Lindsey. And yeah, absolutely. I've tried all the products on there, and at the moment I do put 1 gram in my coffee, the whole lot. And I also with my nats, I put the MCT oil and the Mitoplex in the nat before I go training. I tried them all on their own separately, but I now put them all in together, and that concoction just sets me up for the whole day now. So
I forgot to say about the Mitoplex, Steve. The Mitoplex is brilliant because, again, that has such a huge dose of B12 in it. It has an amazing ingredient for anti-aging. That's a really new ingredient. In fact, there's hardly any research. It's so new, you can't find too much on it. But I know Dorinda, part of our team, one of her doctors that she works with in the States, knows a lot about the ingredient that's in the Mitoplex, and she's very excited about it. When you're doing that keto style diet, you sometimes lose a bit of sodium, so the electrolytes are really helpful to have. So I add that Mitoplex just into my nat, and that's like a double dose of B12. So I'm buzzing.
Okay, we'll move on to the next slide. Thanks for that, Lindsey. And the next slide is for you as well. I don't know whether you can see it, but if you could share with us your mum's story, that would be great. We've got quite a few stories on the slide, but your mum's is quite powerful.
For me, I'm taking for me, I started taking them, and for me, it was more the energy, the focus, the clarity, and just the buzz that I get from the nats has just been amazing. I've lost a couple of kilos. It's not really for fat loss I'm taking it. It's just for me, just how amazing that I feel. But for my mum, it's been incredible. Mum's 75. She's been on so many different diets all through her life. All I've ever known is mum on a diet. And really getting fed up, like seriously fed up. Slimming World, Weight Watchers, Mediterranean juice fast, you name it, mum's done it. And within 2 or 3 weeks, she'd get really fed up, miserable. And she started taking these. And at first we tried them and think, oh, crap, because they are an acquired taste sometimes. And we didn't put enough water in with them in the first place. And she started taking them and thought, oh, I'm not quite sure about this, Linz. And then I said, look, just persevere, see how it goes. And she's been taking them now for 3 months. She's lost 1 stone in weight. She has lost even more inches. She feels fantastic. She doesn't feel demoralized when sometimes on a diet and when you don't see things happening and stuff, she would feel demoralized and she'd stop and she'd stuff her face and it would all be about, and she'd laugh. She's downstairs. I think she's been out to a play, so she's not in at the moment, but she would just be like, oh, I'll have a yogurt, I'm allowed it. When you're on these bloody point things with Weight Watchers and you've got, oh, I can have that. And the thing with the nats, it's completely changed her mentality. It's like, I actually don't want it. It's curbed her craving. She actually is thinking more sensibly towards food. Definitely having less carbs is suiting her, because I know the last few days she's had a few more carbs and she's like, oh, I'm really not feeling great with that amount of carbs. So this lifestyle for her has really helped, but she would not have got here I mean, that is definite, because someone said to me the other day, oh, well, why didn't she just do a keto diet? It just would not have happened. She just would not have got to this stage without the mentality and the strength, I think it is, that the ketones have given her. So for her, it's been unbelievable. It's been a real journey, and she's really happy.
Perfect. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that, Lindsey, and for sharing your story. And yeah, we've impacted the lives of, as I said, in the group, over 225,000 people. But the people on these slides we're showing you are people whose lives we're impacting within the UK as well now. So as we start building our database, if you like, of results of people that we've shared the products with, this will build further and further as we impact more and more lives. So next, I want to drop over onto the next slide, and the next slide is called Getting Started. And to share with you the information on the next slide, we're going to go over to Bristol, to Marcus Jenkins. Marcus is a good friend of mine. I've known since, I think, 2012. I was introduced to Marcus by a friend of mine, and me and Marcus hit it off straight away. And he's been the rock behind me in a lot of things I've done over the last 7 years. Fantastic support, fantastic guy who steps up to the plate every time. So can't say enough good things about him. So I'm going to pass the time over to you, Marcus, and if you can share with us about getting started.
Yeah, thanks very much for that, Steve, and welcome to everybody tonight. So how do you get started? Well, the best thing to do is to contact the person who invited you here to this presentation tonight and discuss the best way forward. There's 3 ways you can do it, but I'm going to discuss with you or share with you the first 2. And option 1, is that up, Steve? Yeah. Option 1 is, say, contact the person who invited you tonight and ask for either a 5, 10, or 15-day trial. We've also got the 10-day challenge out at the moment, which is a very good one, which gives you 10 charged, 10 uncharged, and 10 multiplex in there. So that's a really good pack to buy. You can choose your flavors on a 5, 10, or 15 sample, whichever one's the person has who you're contacting. And as you can see from the picture there, we encourage you to take before and after pictures, because the camera never lies, and you can't argue with photos. Option 2 is to become a premium smart ship customer. Now, why would you want to do that? Because smart customers get 22% off of their products every month. Now, you can cancel this at any time. There's no ties into it. And you won't want to cancel it anyway, because once you start trying these products, you'll be in love with them. They're really, really good, as Lindsey's just said. You'll also get a chance to get the promotional prices. They very often do sales blitz, where they just come on and they're available for 1 or 2 days. You need to download the Pulse, Prove It Pulse. That will notify you as soon as there's a sell on or a new product out. It also gives you loads of useful information, which you can share with all your colleagues or your customers or whatever you want to do. And the best part about it is with customers, you say, because this company is customer driven, is if you just introduce 2 customers, and you all buy your product every month, you as a referring customer will get your product free. But say all 3 of you have to order product every month for that to take place. Okay.
Steve, you're still on mute, mate.
Okay, cool. Thanks for that, Stuart. So this picture was taken Saturday the 19th of October 2019, and this is our team. When I show most people this picture, they think it is a company event, when in fact this was actually our team event in Dallas, Texas. It's taken about 25 months of business to build this team. and we actually had to fly a drone up in the air to get the picture so that we could fit everybody on it. So as you can see from the call tonight, our mission is growing stronger by the day across the UK, across Europe, and globally. We're building day by day, and we're sharing this mission day by day, and we're impacting the lives of others day by day. And we don't really, as much as we say community, we like to call it family. So whether somebody's a customer or business partner, basically for us, everybody has a place at the table. And if you look at if you like the look of the product, should I say, I would like to know more, then speak with the person who invited you onto the call, and we'll get the products into your hands. So that, as Marcus said, with the trials, we'll get the product into your hands so you can experience many of the benefits that most of us on the call have already experienced. Now, as I mentioned earlier when I was talking about the 5 points, we are going to talk about leadership. We're going to talk about the business and the opportunity that comes with these amazing products. So if that is not for you, and I know it's not for everybody, that's cool. You're welcome to jump off at this point and get started on the trial packs on your journey to better. Now, if you are still on the call, I would assume then that you are interested in the business side of things. As you can see in this picture, the people at the front of this picture have got blue shirts on. They are all car owners. And again, although it looks like a big team event, not everybody was at this event from our team. This was just the people that actually attended the Dallas event. So the team is actually bigger than this. But my greatest satisfaction I get from working within this profession is I get to take people and meet people as initially strangers, then turn them into friends, and from friends turn them into family. And this profession of network marketing is world famous for achieving that. So as I said, that's something that really drives me on to make an impact with people. So in the next slide, I want you to look at it is, and I want to introduce to you is my mentor and running partner, Mr. Torsten Sedelmeier. Torsten is 27 years in the network marketing industry, and he's pictured here with Mr. GoPro himself, Eric Worre. And Torsten is part of an elite club of 6- and 7-figure earners within our industry. Torsten was trained by Mr. Jim Rohn and Tony Robbins, which a lot of you probably know those two guys. And he has built a team of over 33,000 partners, which I partnered with him to assist him in doing so. And he went from broke to being $1 million, well, to hitting the $1 million earners club in less than 2 years. He was before that 2-year point, he'd run into hard times, and he was actually taking plastic bottles out of the bins and recycling them so that he could keep the electric on in his house. He is also the #1 prover in Europe at the moment. He is a ranked 7 3-star, which is amazing given that Europe is not actually open yet. And now some people may on these calls, when we do these Zoom calls, these presentation calls, somebody may have somebody sat next to them at home watching this and saying things like, these don't work, they're scams. And there's lots of things said like that. And I don't blame people when they do say that, because a lot of it is because they haven't got the information. So they do make assumptions based on the fact they haven't got the information. However, by the end of the presentation, it's my mission and the mission of the guys on the call tonight to share the information with you, to educate you enough that you can make a decision based on real information. Now, with Torsten, I don't share his story to impress you. I share his story to impress upon you that he went from broke to $1 million earner club within 2 years. So if you're ready to learn and you're coachable and you're ready to do the work and do what it takes, then anything really is possible. Now, I'm not saying you want to do what Torsten did. I'm not saying you want to hit $1 million in income. People have different levels of where they're happy at and what they want to achieve, and that's cool as well. But what I would say is listen closely to what the guys are going to tell you on the call tonight, because these things will help you in assisting with your journey to moving forward with that. So the next slide I want to move you on to is about timing. And to share with you about timing tonight, we're going to go over to Northamptonshire, and we're going to get Stuart on the call, who's going to share with you the next couple of slides, starting with timing. Stuart and I have met now at 3 events. He attended our first behind closed doors Prove It event, live event in London. Like what he saw, like the product, and since then he's been sharing it with as many people as he can, impacting the lives of many people like many of us are doing. So I'll pass the time over to you, Stuart, if you'd like to share with everybody the slide of timing.
Absolutely, mate. Thank you very much for that introduction. Just a quick, brief, very, very brief overview about me. I'm going to stand still this time as well. This is my first venture into network marketing, and as Steve said, I was at the behind closed doors thing, and I was absolutely blown away by the products themselves. We had a bit of a taste session there, and I liked all of them. Thanks, Lindsey, including Maui Punch. To be fair, they're all lovely. They're all lovely. I'm told to say that, but actually, no, absolutely brilliant. And in regards to the creme, I like very strong coffee, so I can get 4 out of them. Anyway, we'll crack on. So timing-wise, guys. So as you can see by the slide, I've not got it in front of me, but I think I can remember it. We're on that upward curve. The company's been in business for 3 very short years, to be honest. In those 3 years, we've achieved 300 plus. Now, these numbers, as we're going to say, are constantly changing. So I'll probably give you the wrong figures because they're probably massively advanced by the time that we go to press. But $300+ million in sales, putting us well on the way to becoming a $1 billion company. So you can see it's where we're currently sitting and where we're going. Obviously, as we've already said, we're now open in Europe and UK, coming soon in the new year. So we're really just getting started. We're hoping to be to eclipse everything that's come before us, and I think we can do, absolutely. Oh, sorry, I was wondering where we go. Terry's got to go gym time. Bye-bye, Terry. So. Yeah, we'd hate for you to miss it out. We'd actually hate for you to miss this wonderful opportunity. It's not long ago that people hadn't heard of ketones or ketosis at all. I certainly hadn't. It was news to me. I'm not a massive health buff. I know Steve, when we've talked several times, obviously had an understanding of them, but the likes of us, mere mortals, they are just these things that just coming across from the US, and obviously, as we're saying, it's looking to be the next big mega trend across from the States. So, absolutely on that upward curve. So we're currently on pre-launch, as we've said already, in the UK and Europe. So sitting right on that upward curve. And if we're on ATM, kind of, yeah, we are. Sorry, scroll back across again. So yeah, so. With regards to ATM, which is add tag message, add tag message. So the main reason why for our success and why some other companies maybe don't have quite the success that we have is we have a duplicatable system. So we can easily duplicate. It's a simply duplicated system, and we call it IATMFU for the purposes of invite, add tag message, and follow up. To effectively invite your customers or your prospective clients to view all the wonderful information that we've got to offer, add them to a website, tag them to a video, message them afterwards to ask them how they've got on and how they feel about all the information we're giving to them, and then soon afterwards follow up. Keep that conversation going. So we don't just leave them in the ether. Keep that conversation going, and try to steer them in the right direction. People, obviously, this is one thing to remember: people don't duplicate, but systems do. So that's why we have this wonderful and very, very easy system to follow. But following this system, you can join tonight and start earning money tonight. And as Steve's already said, it's that money side of things can be whatever you want it to be, depending on however you want to play it. So I lost my track. So as I did say, these numbers have probably changed slightly, but we've got 4,000 plus promoters now in our global team around the world, including Europe now, and as it says on that screen, 71 car owners, but I believe now we're way past that. So we're in the 70-80s car owners now, I'm sure. And as you can see the direction we're heading, 225,000 customers to date. So absolutely, but it was a little bit of perspective as well. The average MLM multi-layer marketing company has, I believe, 3 customers per promoter, whereas you can see our average is 59.2, if I remember rightly. So you can see just how customer-centric it is, and so just how much easier it is to follow. You're literally discussing products with a customer and pointing them in the right direction of how to get them. So yeah, absolutely a wonderfully easy system to follow.
Thank you for that, Stuart. That explained that very well for everybody. So as Stuart said, these figures are changing all the time. I will update the slides, but they are changing from week to week. And as more and more people are getting to sample these products, the numbers are changing even faster, because everybody's experiencing fantastic results with them. Again, as Stuart mentioned, if we follow up with people, make sure people are not just customers, make sure they're getting customer results. That's what we want to achieve for people. We want to achieve what they set out on their mission to achieve. So next, we're going to move over on to business in a box, and to share this slide with us, we're going to go back over to France. To Lindsey, and Lindsey's going to share with us, if I've unmuted, yeah, you're unmuted.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah, Lindsey's going to share with us business in a box.
Yeah, I can see the slides now, Steve. I've managed to work out my phone. Yeah, this is one of the huge advantages of Prove It, is that you've got your business tools immediately as soon as you sign up to be a promoter. So you can start this business as a customer, and then you just pay a $37 upgrade to become a promoter. So when you're a customer, if you're just recommending other people to buy the products, you won't earn commissions, you will just earn free product. So the advantage of then paying the extra $37 is then you'll then start to earn commissions on the recommendations that you do. You don't have to do anything. You will, as soon as you pay this payment, you will get 4 different websites. So these are different websites that you can share to people. There's one called Shop Keto, which will give you all the store. You've got one that's called the Challenge. I think that's the next one. That's 5. So there was a challenge recently out. So that will just take you straight there. That's a fantastic funnel. And you've got a couple of other ones that will take you straight to all the doctors' videos, etc. Just different people want different information. You will have 4 different websites that will respond to those different customers. You've got a whole back office, which is incredible, because it will tell you exactly where you're at. So if you're really coming into this business to completely change your lives, like all of us guys have jumped on board to do, you really want to rank up, you're wanting to get that car, it will tell you exactly what you're missing, how many people you need to get on board, etc., so that you can make those ranks. So it makes it very, very easy for you to follow. It does sound a bit complicated at first, but it's once you spend some time just looking at the back office, it really gives you all the different details of how to get to the next level. And obviously then it's got the shop, where you go Shop Keto. It has all the details about it. There's a huge downloads. There's lots of downloads with all the information about different products. They've got Prove It TV, all the different videos with all the different doctors, Keto 101. So all the questions that you would have to ask, and maybe in other companies you've had to prepare all these videos yourself, you do not have to with Prove It. Everything is done for you. So that's good. I think that's, yeah. So the option to start, you can do it different ways. It depends on your budget. I would say go all in, because as soon as you start selling things, as getting trials out to people, you run out really quickly. And I think me and Tanya had a conversation about this a few days ago, that I think Bessie should already run out and we should start with a bigger pack. So you can start off with the starter promoter system, which is $396. So you've got 80 NATs in there. So NATs, just for short terms, are the pure therapeutic ketones, but we call them now NATs, natural, okay? You will get a variety pack in there And that will enable you to start trialing customers, because this is the amazing thing about Prove It. With lots of multi-level marketing companies, you're not allowed to resell the products that you buy, but Prove It encourage you to do that. They want you to sell on the ketones to people so they can have a product experience without having to sign up for an account, without having to become a promoter. They can just experience the product. And we know that once they experience them, they'll be knocking your door down to get some more. So I would really think about it. If you've had a really fantastic experience, and if you can afford it, I will probably go for the bigger system. But you can start small, $396 the starter promoter system, or $792, that's the pro promoter system. Okay, so you'll get the 160 nats. It also opens up more commissions for you. So 14 days double direct. I'm not going to go into that now. You get 25% off gear. Oh, I didn't know all this actually. 10% off brand. Oh, there's more stuff. Didn't realise I could get all these things. Cool. Anyway, I went all in MVP promoter system and got 240 nats. I got the 30 days double directs, the bonuses, and for me it was so worth it because I managed to get the bonuses, got loads of points. So actually for my next 2 months order, it was totally free. So it was worth for me going all in at the promoter system, which is $1,499. So as well as getting the nats, you can then upgrade to get what we call a support system. So this just allows you to taste all the other products and to experience them, because obviously if you want to talk to people about what Prove It's got to offer, you need to have had your own experience with the product as well. So it's got a box of Better Broth in there, a box of Keto Cream, box of MCT oil, a box of Signal OS, a box of Keto Pro, which is the protein powder, and then it's got a box of the special Keto OS Unleashed, which is the extra nat with a punch. That's just an upgrade option you can have, which is called a support system, for $485 to add on to it if you wish to do so.
Okay, thanks for that, Lindsey. And the next
no
one?
problem. Do you want me to do this one? Conversation plan? Okie dokie. So how to earn money. So the first thing is to share your experience. So that's what I'm talking about. If you can afford it, get as many nats as you can, because once you start talking about it, other people want to share it. What we've been doing is offering them out in terms of 5 days, 10 days, or 15 days. I've actually switched it up and done 14, just because that is for 2 weeks. It's just, a full 2 weeks. And I managed to price it just under €100, or £100, just so that psychologically people were thought about that a little bit differently. But you just share your experiences, and you can collect up to $1,600 in cash. And the way that you do this is to take the Go Challenge. So if you were to go pro, okay, don't get confused with all this, all the terminology, but Go Pro is to basically get 2 customers, and the total volume of those 2 customers has to be 13 boxes of nats. Am I right, Stephen? Correct me if I'm wrong with this, but this, I think I'm right.
No, you're right in that. 13 boxes and 2 customers. 13
boxes, 2 customers. And so the bonuses that you will have, I've just enlarged my screen a little bit. You will get 130 back in Prove It books, which is the equivalent of dollars. So to purchase and to redeem against further orders, which is brilliant. Because if you're getting, think about it, if you're getting your next orders free and then you're selling them on, it's like 100% profit. You'll get retailer bonuses. They have bonuses coming out of your ears. Me and Steve spent ages looking at this bonus plan. There is bonus after bonus after bonus. So one of them is a retailer bonus. So you get $16 on that. You get a Go Fast bonus, which is $160 if you do that within 2 weeks. And you'll get a $250 cash bonus and more Prove It books. So that's your Go Pro challenge. And then Go MVP is basically just double what you did for Go Pro. You get 4 customers, a total of 26 boxes between those 4 customers. But then that enables you to get a $500 cash bonus, $160 Go Fast bonus, $160 double direct bonus, more Prove It books. And it really is worth, once you decide to be a promoter, to really go for it and to get these bonuses, because you will find them and that will pay for your next few orders, and then you'll be getting 100% profit back on any trials that you send out. So it's fantastic. Don't worry too much about it. If you're new to network marketing and new to this, the person that's invited you onto the call will go through this with you in detail, but you just need to know these first few stages.
Perfect. Thanks for that, Lindsay. And yeah, as you said, especially with the Prove It books, what I've done for December, because it was obviously we're coming up to Christmas, because I hit some of the bonuses, I got X amount of Prove It books. And what I did is I have a customer who's got 4 customers, so I gave her $100 worth of Prove It books as a bonus, as a Christmas bonus, if you like, because she brought people on board. And I gave all the other customers of hers, the other 4 customers, I gave them $10 each towards their next lot of products. So again, it just allows you to thank the people and reward them for their loyalty and for buying each month off you. So thanks for sharing the compensation plan with us, Lindsay. Great job of that. And the next slide is our vision, and we're going to go back over to Bristol to Marcus, and Marcus is going to share with you our vision.
Yeah, this is the vision of our team and not the company, because it can get confusing, because our vision as a team over the next 3 years is to sell $300 million in sales. And as Stuart mentioned, as a company, we've just gone over 350 million, but this is just as a team we're talking of. And 80% of that will come from the starter team. The company is quite young, so the team's young, so we're still sort of babies as such, which means, there's a real opportunity for all of us if we want to get stuck in and take that chance. And as a conservative estimate, the compensation plan, we believe, will pay our team $120 million in the next 3 years. I'm not sure how much of that any of you want, but if you're like me, I just don't want to pay off the mortgage or a car repayment and anything like that, or lovely holidays. I want to build a wall of security around the people I love, which is my family, people really close to me. So, it's whatever you want, regardless of the size, whether it's the loan you want to pay off or what you want to do in your life. It's achievable with these products and this team and company. And 17, Steve, please. Positioning. Yep. Yeah, positioning is key with anything, whether it's, any business or what you want to do. And before long, thousands and thousands of people are going to know about ketones. And it's up to us, you as individuals, do you want them to hear from you, or do you want them to hear from somebody else? If they hear from somebody else, you're going to be losing out massively. So, if you're not willing to change, nothing's going to change. You have to take that leap and believe in yourself, believe in the product, believe in the team, believe in the company. Because trust me, it's going to happen. And you either want to be part of it or you don't. Life happens and residual income is real. As Steve would probably back me up, when he was flying over to Dallas for that the team meeting back in October, when he looked in his back office, he realized that he'd been making money when he was 35,000 feet in the air. So, as I say, it's achievable. If you want it, you do, but you've got to get off your backside and you've got to go out. And really, people, although it's network marketing, the company is not promoted as network marketing, they're promoting it as community marketing. So you're going out and talking to people, it's customers you need. All you have to do is talk to people and use the system. It will duplicate itself. You don't have to duplicate you, just duplicate the system, talk to people. People will say yeah. More people will say no. Tough. Don't worry about it. Take the nose on the chin and get on with it, because you will get people who say yeah, and they're the one who's going to change your life.
Thanks for that, Marcus. Did a great job of that, buddy. And we're now going to go on to the income disclosure. And for the income disclosure, we're going to go back to Northamptonshire to Stuart. He's just going to share with you what this glossy slide is all about.
Thank you, Steve. Yeah, we can microanalyze every little word on there, but effectively, and if you want, by all means, take a video and pause and read it through and get your head around it. But effectively, what it says is work works. If you're prepared to put the effort, you're prepared to put the focus, as Marcus has already said. If you're prepared to work for it, you can earn whatever it is you want to earn. To be fair, you can pay off that mortgage, you can pay off a car payment, or you can You can go and buy yourself a house or much more. It's what we like about this business model. It's a legitimate business opportunity, as we've said from the start, and it's right in front of you, and you're right at that prime time to get involved and get started. So, as I say, you can earn as much or as little as you see fit.
Perfect. Thanks for that, Stuart. And in closing tonight, what I want to do is invite you to reach out to the person who has invited you onto the presentation tonight, or you may be watching this as a recording. Somebody shared the recording with you, and if that is you, then I would be pretty thankful for the person who has shared the recording with you. So reach out to that person, get the samples in your hands that we've talked about, get started with the product and start experiencing what many of us already are experiencing. With the last slide, we always say, welcome home, welcome to the team, because everybody, whether they're, as I said earlier in the presentation, whether they're a customer or whether they are a partner with us, they are still part of the family, part of the team, and we welcome them home to join us. So with that, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us tonight. I would like to thank Stuart, Lindsey and Marcus for co-hosting with me tonight. I'd like to thank Tanya, and I'm going to try and say it again. Sool. I knew I'd get it wrong. I'd like to thank you guys for jumping on with us tonight, and for everybody else listening. And we look forward to tuning in with you and presenting to you again next Wednesday evening, and sharing our message across to Europe as we grow the business and the mission throughout Europe and globally. So thanks everybody for joining tonight, and we'll see you all again, and have a fantastic rest of the week. Take care. Bye for now.
Thank you.